Yo, what's up guys? It's Noah here. In today's video, going to be talking through a couple player props I like on Prizepicks for tonight's NBA slate on Wednesday, February the 7th. We've got 7 games tonight, guys, and I got 3 player props, 3 early props that I do like on Prizepicks for tonight's NBA slate, taking a first look at the board on Tuesday night. We got 3 plays to hit on. We're going to talk through why I do like each one of these 3 plays. As always, though, guys, before we do start breaking down the plays, if you guys do enjoy these Prizepicks videos and if they do help you out, make sure you hit that like button down below, hit that subscribe button if you have not yet. And if you guys are new to Prizepicks and if you don't have an account over on Prizepicks, you can sign up, linked down below in the description, or just use that promo code NOAH when you do sign up for Prizepicks, and you will get your first deposit matched up to $100. Also, do want to shout out Sleeper because we do have a partnership with Sleeper as well. If you guys don't have an account over on Sleeper, you can download the Sleeper app, make a deposit, and use promo code NOAH over on Sleeper. You'll get your first deposit matched up to $500 over there. Now, if you don't know what Sleeper is, they are an app similar to Prizepicks. They're similar to a lot of the DFS pick'em apps you see around the industry. You're picking more or less, over, under on player projections. You can build up to an 8-pick entry over on Sleeper. You can mix and match sports. You can win up to 100x your money. If you guys want to check them out, again, sign up, use that code NOAH, and you will get your first deposit matched up to $500 over on Sleeper when you use that promo code. But yeah, guys, we got 3 plays to talk about for Wednesday's slate. I know I've been gone the last few days. I talked about this in my video on, I think it was Saturday. I made for Saturday. I was going to be gone, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. Went up to Charlotte, went to the Pacers and Hornets game on Sunday, and then I stayed in Charlotte for Monday night and went to the Hornets and Lakers game Monday night. That's why I wasn't able to make any videos these past few days. But we came home Tuesday. Could have probably made a video for Tuesday's slate, but I was kind of tired after being out of town for a few days, so I decided not to make a video for Tuesday. Just wait until Wednesday. We're back for Wednesday's slate, guys. So let's talk through the 3 props that I do like for Wednesday. Got a points prop I'm liking, and then I got 2 PRA props I'm liking for today. So for the points prop, we're going to take a look at Darius Garland's points prop of 14.5. I do like the over here, more than 14.5 points for Darius Garland. Now, if you look at Darius Garland's recent games lately, it obviously doesn't look great. He did struggle against Memphis, only had 9 points. Struggled against the Spurs, only had 4 points. Last game against Sacramento, a little bit better, but still went under this line, only had 11 points. In his first game back from injury, though, he did look really good against Detroit, did have 19 points in that game. That was a really good matchup for Garland when he had 19 points that game against Detroit. Detroit's been a horrible defense this season. They've been a really good matchup for guards. Well, this is kind of a similar situation for Garland today going up against the Wizards. The Wizards are one of the best matchups you can get this season. The Wizards are playing at the fastest pace in the league, and they have the 3rd worst defensive rating. Only the Hornets and Pistons have been worse defensively this season than the Wizards in terms of defensive rating. So the matchup is really good here for Darius Garland. Now, if you look at his points this season, he's cleared this line in a ton of games this season, but it's really, you can't look at his season averages because right now he's not playing full minutes because he came back from a jaw injury. That first game he returned against Detroit, he played 20.5 minutes. And then this game against Memphis, he played 24 minutes. Against San Antonio, he played 23 minutes. Then last game, we did see Garland play nearly 28 minutes last game. So the minutes have been trending up for Darius Garland. I'm assuming today he plays around 28 to 30 minutes. And if you're going to give me 28 to 30 minutes from Darius Garland against the Wizards, I think we got a pretty good chance of getting 15 points. I mean, Garland, again, he has averaged 19 points per game this season, but you can't really look too much into that because that was back when he was playing full minutes. He's not playing full minutes right now, but he's been a good offensive player. His usage rate has been down since he's returned from injury, but that could just be, maybe shaking off some rust. Obviously, he hasn't played in a while. This season, he is second on the team in usage, 26% usage rate, which is only behind Donovan Mitchell, who has a 31% usage rate. Over their last 4 games, though, since he's come back from injury, Garland's usage rate is only at 19%, which is a little concerning. Again, the usage has been down for him lately, but that could just be like a rust thing. He could just be kind of shaking off the rust, hasn't played in so long. I think in this matchup against a Wizards team that, again, is one of the worst defensive teams in the league, this is a spot where the Cavs should be able to put up points with ease. Darius Garland should be able to have his way in this matchup. The only thing that concerns me here is potential blowout risk. Right now, the spread in this game is 10.5. But the Wizards are playing at home. I think with the Wizards playing at home, it's a little bit more likely the game's competitive. And the Wizards, they will play their guys big minutes if the game is competitive. So I like over 14.5 points here for Darius Garland. Sportsbook odds, really like the over on this play. Right now on DK Sportsbook, this prop is minus 140, favorite to go over. And on Pinnacle, it's minus 137, favorite to go over. So both Pinnacle and DK Sportsbook are pretty heavily favoring the over on 14.5 points for Darius Garland. Again, I know he hasn't looked great the last few games, but this feels like a good get-right spot for him. A great matchup and what should be a easy spot for the Cavs to put up points against a terrible Wizards defense. So like that play a lot. Darius Garland more than 14.5 points. And then next two plays I like are both going to be PRA props. We're going to take a look at Draymond Green, 20.5 PRA. Also like the over here for Draymond Green. Now, I do want to mention that Draymond Green is questionable for today. If Draymond doesn't play, then this prop just gets, it'll just be a DNP. And, the 3 picks we give out in this video, if you play these all 3 together and Draymond doesn't play, then it just becomes like a 2-pick entry, which, I'm fine with. But let's talk through why I like this Draymond play, assuming obviously that he plays today. So last 5 games, obviously look really good for Draymond. He's gone over this line in 5 straight games. Since Draymond has returned from suspension, the minutes have kind of slowly ticked up for him each game, and he's pretty much been playing full minutes as of late. In that game against the Lakers where he had a huge game, 33 PRA, that game did go to double overtime, so take that with a grain of salt. He played 46 minutes in that game, obviously not expecting that. But the game against Philadelphia, played 29 minutes. In that game against Philadelphia, he did get into some early foul trouble, Draymond did. He picked up 2 fouls in like the first minute of the game. When they had that was when Joel Embiid was playing, but he still went over this line even playing 29 minutes. And then the game against Memphis, Draymond played 28 minutes. I think that game was a blowout. Still had 27 PRA. Against Atlanta, he played 35 minutes, and then last game against Brooklyn, he played 30 minutes. So the minutes have been relatively consistent for Draymond. He's been playing at least like 28 to 30 minutes most nights, and some nights he'll play even more than that if the game is competitive. I like this matchup a lot for Draymond going up against the Sixers, who don't have Joel Embiid right now. And without Joel Embiid, their rim defense, not that Draymond's like a really good scorer, but their rim defense is going to be much worse without Embiid. So if Draymond were to have a decent scoring game, I feel like this is a matchup where he could maybe do that. I mean, this season, the Sixers, they are top 5 in terms of points allowed to the center position. Draymond has been playing center lately. He's been their starting center. They pretty much, they're not playing him with Kevon Looney much at all. It's just been like Draymond getting most of the center minutes, and then Looney will get some minutes, and Dario Saric will get some minutes. But when Draymond's on the floor, he's typically the center, and we've seen that really be good for his rebounding numbers over his last few games. 14, 6, 12, 6, and 10 rebounds. And we know when Draymond's on the floor, he's going to facilitate. Over his last few games, 11, 6, 6, 8, and 7 assists. From a scoring perspective, you don't really expect Draymond to go out there and put up a ton of points. But again, this is a matchup that I think he could be able to score some points against a Sixers team that has struggled stopping centers defensively this year. And I think without Joel Embiid, their center defense is going to be even worse. I could definitely see this game going small, and if this game plays small, I think that's really good for Draymond, because Draymond typically does well when games play small. He can really crash the glass and dominate on the glass. I was looking at a lot of Draymond's props today, like his rebounds plus assists. I think is one you could look at too. That line on Prizepicks currently set at 13.5. He's gone over that in 4 out of his last 5. I don't hate taking the over there. But I like PRA the most for Draymond. Just think if he's getting 28 to 30 minutes, this line is a little bit too low. And there's obviously a chance he plays way more than that. I mean, we have seen in some competitive games lately, Draymond's played like 34, 35 minutes. So if the minutes are there, typically the production's going to be there for Draymond. The minutes have been there lately. This game does have a relatively close spread. I mean, right now the spread is 1.5, so this is a game that does project to be competitive. And if we're getting 28, 30 minutes from Draymond, I like our chance of going for him to go over this PRA line. And if you look at what he's done this season when he's played like at least 28 minutes, so I think he's gone over. So he's played 15 games this season. 28. He's played at least 28 minutes in 15 games this season. He's gone over this PRA line in 13 out of those 15 games. So there's only been 2 games this year where Draymond has played at least 28 minutes and he has not gotten 21 PRA. And that was against Sacramento. He played 33 minutes, had 17 PRA. And then against Sacramento again, he played 31 minutes and had 20 PRA. Other than that, every other game this season where he's played at least 28 minutes, he's had at least 21 PRA. So, like the over on 20.5 PRA for Draymond Green as our second play for tonight. And then third and final play we're going to take a look at. We're going to look at Onyeka Okongwu, 19.5 PRA, and I also like the over here for Okongwu. Now, this matchup for Okongwu is pretty tough going up against the Celtics. The Celtics are a very good defense. They're one of the best defensive teams in the league. They're definitely a tough matchup for centers. But the role right now for Onyeka Okongwu is so good without Clint Capella. Without Clint Capella, they're just going to play Onyeka Okongwu a ton of minutes. If you look how many minutes Okongwu played last game, he played 34 minutes last game. And Okongwu has started 4 games this season. And in those 4 games, he's played 33, 32, 36, and 34 minutes. So he's played at least 32 minutes in all 4 games he has started this season. And if you look at his game log this season, he's played at least 30 minutes in 7 games this season. He's gone over this PRA line in 6 out of those 7 games. He's gone over this PRA line in all 4 games he has started this season. Again, I know this line is lower than probably what you would think it would be for Okongwu because of the matchup. Maybe because some blowout risk here as well. I think right now Boston is favored by like 10.5 or 11.5 in this game. So when you factor in the matchup and the blowout risk, I understand why this line is at 19.5. But with how good the role is right now for Okongwu, with how many minutes he's playing, this is someone that I think we should normally project for over 20 PRA if he's going to play 30 plus minutes, which I don't see him not playing unless this game just gets way out of hand or he gets into foul trouble or something. He's played over 30 minutes in every game he has started this season, played 34 minutes last game, and he has typically been a productive player when he gets minutes. As I said, when he's played at least 30 minutes this season, he's gone over this PRA line in 6 out of 7 games. So I like this over on 19.5 PRA for Onyeka Okongwu. I know the matchup, again, might be a little bit tough, but the minutes are so good right now that the Hawks just don't have any confidence in any other bigs on their roster. Like, they don't really have a backup center they're going to feel confident giving minutes to. So Onyeka Okongwu is pretty much going to play as much as he can handle. I think the only way this play goes south, maybe like the Hawks could play small, but in this matchup against Boston, like going up against Porzingis and Al Horford, I don't see the Hawks going small in this game. Like, that's just not going to work in this matchup, most likely. So the minutes should be there for Onyeka. The blowout risk is definitely a little bit of a concern. If you want to maybe look at his first half PRA, I'm not exactly sure what that line is. I assume they have a prop up for him. Like, you could maybe look at 10, taking over 10 PRA in the first half if you're worried about blowout risk. I don't hate doing that either, but I'm going to just side with the full game 19.5 PRA. If Okongwu plays over 30 minutes like he's done in every start this season, even in a tough matchup against the Celtics, I think we got a pretty good chance of him getting 20 PRA, just with how productive of a player he is in terms of his scoring, rebounding. Not really going to get you many assists, but maybe he'll have like 1 or 2 assists here. We're mainly going to need points and rebounds, and that's what he typically is going to do when he's on the floor is get those putbacks, get lobs from Trey. He's a guy that can just produce when he's out there, and the minutes are going to be there, barring again a blowout or foul trouble or something. So these are 3 plays, guys, that I do like for tonight's NBA slate. Darius Garland, more than 14.5 points. Draymond Green, more than 20.5 PRA. And Onyeka Okongwu, more than 19.5 PRA. If you guys are telling me on these 3 plays, let's hopefully hit all 3 of these plays and make some money tonight. As always, appreciate you guys watching these Prizepicks videos and supporting the content. Hit that like button if you did enjoy. Hit that subscribe button if you have not yet. And again, if you guys don't have an account on Prizepicks, use that promo code NOAH when you sign up for Prizepicks and get your first deposit matched up to $100. Good luck tonight, guys. Thanks for watching the video. As always, we'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.